Hey guys, and welcome back to the Croft Corner. This week is
A little different.
not a regular Pantry Challenge recap week.
No, we're not. We don't really have much to go over with you because this week kind of went a little crazy on my behalf.
Yeah. Took a trip we didn't want to take.
That's right.
And
so
we weren't at home.
Life happens. So what we want to do is we wanted to kind of just share with you the story, share with you what happened, share with you what's next.
Yeah.
So this whole thing starts and it's all about moi. Lovely, right?
Yeah.
So it all started on Tuesday, all day at work. I had like GI stuff, wasn't feeling good, was in the bathroom. It was awful. And so that day was awful. Didn't eat nothing that day. You guys had pizza at your mom's, and it was just, they didn't even have tacos. So, yeah. So
I really miss tacos.
and I love pizza, so it's really weird for me not to have ate anything, but I didn't. And then that next morning, Wednesday morning, was garbage day. I was outside getting everything gathered up for garbage day. And as I come back in, I had this horrible pain in my chest. It's the worst thing I've ever felt in my entire life. And, we both attributed it to gas because of all the stuff that happened on Tuesday. And come to find out, it wasn't just a gas pain. I mean, it was much more serious, but I didn't think so at the time.
Yeah.
And it kind of subsided, it went away, and then I had like a constant dull feeling for the rest of Wednesday, right in here.
Yeah. So Thursday,
Yeah.
you decided to go to the doctor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they ran an EKG. It came back normal.
Right.
But then you went for blood work.
Yes. They wanted me to go get a troponin lab, and this checks for the enzyme in your heart that basically shows up if you've had a heart attack or any kind of heart damage. And the normal numbers for this enzyme is 0 to 77, and mine was in the 800s. So the doctor called and said, hey, you need to get to the emergency room like now. And so here we are, Harley's Nana's over here, and we're trying to figure out, oh my gosh, what do we do with the kids, and what do we do about all this other stuff? And
thankfully, she was able to take both of the kids with her.
Which was our first time leaving little Lincoln here.
Yeah.
It was sad.
It was very sad. I'm like, he was fine.
Yes.
I was not.
Yeah. He did great. Avery did great.
Yeah.
It was fine. But so we ended up going to a really a good heart hospital in our area. It was about an hour away. We didn't really trust kind of anything local.
Well, if it was serious, like they were thinking, we just wanted to, if we would have went local, they probably would have transferred anyways.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
So we just went on and made the trek down, and
it was worth it.
It was.
It was a really good, they treated us well. So that was Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
We went down there and we went to the emergency room. We were in the emergency room till like 2:00 in the morning. Then we finally got a room. And then because they did admit me, and then
on Friday you went in for your heart cath.
Right. But they did determine or decide or say that it was a heart attack, but there was no blockages in my heart or in my arteries. So they were saying, well, maybe it's a blood clot that dissolved, or it was due to like the viral stuff that was going on Tuesday,
that stressed out your heart,
or it was like a spasm in one of the arteries and it caused the heart to have a heart attack. Anyways, there's a lot of seemingly still in my mind and in our minds some like unanswered stuff.
Yeah.
But I had a heart attack, and I'm 30, and this shouldn't be happening. We joked around like in my room, like I laid down on pee pads. I'm wearing gripper socks, and there's Insure by the bed.
He may have been the only one in our hall that didn't have a fall risk.
Yeah,
sign.
I was the youngest one.
They said they don't get that many young people up there.
Yeah.
So here we are.
Yeah, so it kind of just sent us like for a loop, and like, what does this mean, and what does life look like now, and like, what does it even mean as far as like just eating and health and food and nutrition, and like, I mean, you guys can see, you're looking at me right now, like you can tell I'm not in the greatest of shape, but I shouldn't be having heart attacks at 30. So, you know, there's going to be a lot of lifestyle changes that we're both going to have to make, because it's going to benefit, you know, we both need this. We really do. It's not just, you know, we're both in not a greater shape, or not as good of a shape as we used to be. Yeah. And we both need this kind of, honestly, swift, providential kick in the butt to say, hey, you know, get your stuff in order, and, you know, move your body, and fuel your body right. And really, I think that's like, out of my whole week and all of this, that's probably my biggest takeaway, is like, I've got to start seeing food as fuel and not as an addiction. You know, because it's very easy like to just eat like crazy because food is good. And, you know, we've tried to eat healthier, even through the Pantry challenge. We've ate a little bit healthier, but, you know, it's like something's got to give here. And so we kind of, as we were sitting there in the hospital room, we were thinking like, what's next, you know? So like, share a little bit that may be on your heart of where you want to take like us in the future as far as the channel. Like, what do you want to show this person watching us right now?
I mean, even since we've had Avery, she just turned 5, and after that, you know, I wanted to get back in shape after, like, postpartum and things like that. And I think that's where it really started, as far as me paying attention to how I fuel my body, what I eat, where it comes from, you know. Shopping the perimeter is a big thing, you know, ingredients, stuff like that. And I feel like that's been weighing on my heart since probably then, about a year after she was born. And so, I mean, I guess, like, and I've wanted you to be on board since then, and it's been not always the easiest thing. So
I'm stubborn.
If we're being honest here, it's like, okay, you know, now it's time, like, to get it together.
Well, I mean, the only other option is die from a heart attack. You know, like, that's not the option.
Not the answer.
Yeah. So it's like, we either reform our eating habits and, you know, work on this lifestyle, or we just waste away. Like, those are literally the only two options. And I guess I get frustrated because, like, I want to, like, I've wanted multiple times to, like, try to do better and try to eat better, but I am, like, majorly addicted to food. Like, it's not just fuel for me. It's like, I find pleasure in it. I enjoy it. Like,
we both do. I like to eat.
Yeah, and I mean, like, our society is it revolves everything around, like, the table and food, and, you know,
I don't think that's just us.
Yeah.
I think that is, I know, American Western society. We are a food culture. Like, it is food based.
Like,
everything.
You have the all you can eat buffets. You have the, you know, the all you can eat boneless wings at Applebee's. You have all of this stuff that just screams like, eat. Just eat more and eat more and eat more and
have a good time. Eat and have a good time.
Yeah, eat and be merry.
Yeah.
You know? And it's like, that's not what God gave us food for. And I think that as we move forward, I know your passion is, like, grabbing that food from the garden and that's going to be a learning shift for me and my taste buds, because I don't enjoy vegetables, you know, and I know they're important and we need them, but like I don't enjoy them. And so like I'm going to have to like do a cleanse and cleanse my palate and get all this addiction to sugar out of my body, and like
all the processed stuff.
Yeah, like this is not going to be an easy journey, but like we're going to have to take it if we want to live.
You're being very extreme, but it is.
It's the truth.
Yeah. I mean, if we want to get back to how we're supposed to, you know, treat our bodies and...
Well, we want to thrive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to just, you know, make it so we don't.
Yeah.
As far as, like, our health goes.
Right.
Yeah.
So, like, I think, you know, what you will see from us moving forward is the same, like, honesty and transparency that I feel like we're good at, but in the sense of, like, being very health conscious, being very of the earth conscious, being very, you know, getting back to the roots of, like, what God created this earth and the food in it to do for us. So, yeah, that feels pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's where we're at, and that's what you'll see from us as we continue through the Pantry Challenge, and as we continue on even after the Pantry Challenge.
Yeah.
Like, we see a lot of, like, nutrition and workouts.
It's almost seed starting time.
And seed starting time for the veggies. Yeah.
And it's not just I mean, there's, you know, yes, vegetables, but like you grow ingredients in a garden. I just watched another YouTuber that I like. She's talking about that. And, you know, learning how to use those ingredients, that's a kicker for me, because, you know, that's something I'm learning to do. It's like, okay, I can grow this, but I can't just bring it in and it sit on the counter. Like, what are we going to do with it? How are we going to use it? Yeah.
So be on the lookout and keep watching. I know that my story and your story and the meshing of our lovely story as the Croft Corner resonates with the person watching this video right now. Like, we're not the only ones that's dealing with this or thinking about these things, like you said.
And I think even since the mess that we don't like to talk about in 2020, I think there has been a awakening to the whole processed foods, how we supply our food, sourcing the ingredients, you know, how we fuel our bodies. It's important, and it's became important to many more people.
Yeah.
Just over the past few years, and so, yeah.
So, guys, we don't mean to be Debbie Downers this week, but
no, I hope this is encouraging.
Yeah. Stick with us. Join us, like, as we do this, because we
don't want to do it alone.
Yeah, we need that accountability.
Yeah.
And we need help, and we need prayer, and we need all of the things.
Yeah. So, yeah, I hope that this video finds it's a crazy way for it to happen, but this can be like an awakening, not just for us, but just for other people to take what we put in our bodies seriously.
Yeah, exactly.
And be encouraged to keep going to finding the solutions.
Absolutely. So, guys, we hope that you subscribe. Join us in this journey.
Yeah.
Make sure to check out the hashtag 3 Rivers Challenge to see everybody else that's taking part in this challenge right now.
You may not have seen many recipes on this one like you thought.
No.
So, make
recipes,
sure you go look at the hashtag, because there's so many other people doing this, and it's exciting to go watch and get motivated. For sure.
Yes. And we will see you guys on the next one.